The sun was dipping low over the cracked asphalt of Maplewood Drive in the sleepy town of Cresthaven, Ohio, casting a golden glow across my driveway on a crisp October evening in 2024. My '06 Harley-Davidson Dyna gleamed under the light, its black tank and chrome pipes reflecting the fading day like a quiet rebellion. That bike wasn't just metal and rubber, it was my dad's legacy, his pride, handed down to me after he passed. Every rumble of its 88 cubic inch engine carried his memory, his lessons: stand your ground, fix what's broken, don't let anyone take what's yours. I stood there, arms crossed, in my worn leather jacket and faded jeans, boots planted on the oil-stained concrete, staring down the latest threat to that legacy. Across from me stood Monica Pierce, the iron-fisted president of the Cresthaven Homeowners Association, her navy blazer screaming authority she hadn't earned. Her son, Liam, 16 and cocky, slouched beside her in a baggy hoodie, his smirk sharp enough to cut. Behind them, two cops leaned against their cruiser, looking like they'd rather be anywhere else. The air was thick with the scent of fresh-cut grass and Monica's self-righteous fury. "This motorcycle, Mr. Cole," she said, her voice slicing through the quiet, "is a blight on our community. It's loud, unsightly, and a violation of our bylaws. As of now, it's in our custody for a compliance check." She nodded at Liam, who muttered, "Mom said you'd hand it over anyway." I almost laughed at the audacity, but my dad's voice echoed in my head. "Don't yell at the problem. Fix it." I didn't raise my voice. I reached into my jacket, pulled out a plastic sleeve with my title, registration, and insurance laminated, airtight, the way I'd learned working in a garage. "It's mine," I said, handing it to the older cop, Officer Daniels, whose mustache seemed to carry the weight of 1,000 pointless disputes. He checked the VIN on the bike's frame, snapped a photo, and handed the sleeve back. "Title's clean, ma'am," he told Monica, his tone flat. "No liens, no violations. This is a civil matter. We can't seize it without a court order." Monica's face tightened, her fake smile crumbling. Liam's smirk faded, confusion creeping in. She sputtered about bylaws and fines, but Daniels just gave her a tired look. "We're done here," he said, jotting down an incident number before they drove off. Monica's parting glare was a promise. This wasn't over. I'd lived in Cresthaven for 6 years, a quiet corner of Ohio where I bought a modest house for its 3-car garage and easy highway access. It was a place to unwind, clean the grease from my nails, and sip a beer in peace. For a while, it was just that. The HOA was a background humdoos for mowing the park, nothing more. Then Monica got elected president, campaigning on preserving property values. That was code for turning our neighborhood into her personal fiefdom. It started small: fines for trash cans left out too long, nasty letters about unapproved fence colors. My neighbor, Old Man Harris, got hit with a $150 fine for a ceramic turtle in his garden. A turtle. Monica had a knack for making the absurd sound reasonable, cloaking her power grabs in talk of community standards. Most folks paid her fines to avoid the hassle. They'd grumble over their fences, but never fought back. Fighting took time, and Monica had endless reserves of it. My trouble started 8 months ago. A letter arrived, claiming my Harley was a commercial vehicle that couldn't stay in my driveway more than 4 hours. I laughed, wrote back citing state law, and included my registration. A week later, another notice, a $100 fine for excessive noise. My bike's baffled exhaust was quieter than Monica's hired lawn crew, but facts didn't matter. I showed up at an HOA meeting, presented my case with decibel readings and city ordinances. Monica smiled her venomous smile and said the board would consider it. The fine stood. I didn't pay. I filed it in a binder, tab 1. More notices followed: leaking fluids, never happened. Aesthetic violations, pure fiction. Each one was a brick in her wall, building towards something bigger. I kept every letter, every response, knowing she was playing a long game. That October day in the driveway, I saw her endgame. She wanted the bike itself. It wasn't about fines or noisy, it was about control. My Harley was loud, proud, untamed. It didn't fit her sterile vision of Cresthaven. That night, I sat in my garage under a single bulb, the bike's chrome glinting like a challenge. I checked the AirTag hidden under the seat, the garage camera's red light steady. Monica had lost in public, with cops as witnesses. She wouldn't try that again. Her next move would be quiet, dirty, and soon. At 2:43 a.m., my phone pinged. Motion in the driveway. The doorbell camera showed a dark flatbed truck, no lights, engine barely audible. Two figures in hoodies moved like shadows, sliding a tool under my garage door to pop the emergency release. They rolled the bike out, strapped it to the truck, and were gone in under 5 minutes. My heart didn't race. A cold calm settled in, the kind you feel when the enemy finally shows their hand. I saved the footage, zoomed in on the truck's plate clear enough to read. The AirTag updated, a blue dot creeping south through Cresthaven. I grabbed my keys and followed in my pickup, headlights off, staying blocks behind. The truck led me to a derelict strip mall on the edge of town, a graveyard of broken signs and weeds. I parked a block away, filming as they hid my bike behind a graffiti-covered dumpster. Anger flared, but I swallowed it. Emotion clouds judgment. I needed evidence, not revenge. I called the non-emergency line, reported the theft, and gave the AirTag's location. The dispatcher told me to stay back, let the police handle it. I waited, recording from my truck as dawn broke. A cruiser arrived, and officers found the bike, confirmed the VIN, and towed it to impound as evidence. Daniels, the mustache cop, showed up at my house later. I showed him the footage, the plate number. He nodded, said stolen vehicle cases were tough, without clear suspects. I didn't tell him about the AirTag or my suspicions yet. I needed more. That afternoon, my phone rang. Blocked number. I hit record on my voice recorder. Ohio's a one-party consent state and answered. James, it's Monica Pierce, she purred, all fake sympathy. I heard about your bike. Awful, just awful. I stayed silent, letting her dig. The police rarely find these things, and impound fees are brutal. But there might be a way to fix this. Here it came. Those fines of yours, a few thousand now. Messy business. What if they went away? There's a youth charity I support. A donation, say. Your bike could clear everything. You'd be a hero, James. Extortion, plain as day. I played along, voice shaky. You want me to sign over the title? She chuckled. It's not stolen, just misplaced. Sign it over, and I'll make the fines disappear. Think about it. You have until 5 p.m. She hung up. I'd already called Sarah Voss, a friend from the state attorney's office. Over coffee months ago, we'd bonded over old bikes. When I told her the story, HOA harassment, the theft, Monica's pattern, she got quiet. Coercion, she said. She'll call to extort you. Record it. I'll join on a three-way line to capture it legally. So, as Monica spoke, Sarah's office recorded every word. Monica had handed me her own noose. Sarah arrived at my house that evening, casual in jeans, but all business. We laid out the evidence like a war map. My bike's clean title, the stack of HOA notices with my rebuttals, the garage and neighbor Ellen's phone footage of the theft, the AirTag trail, and Monica's damning call. Ellen, my sweet next-door retiree, had been sleepless on her porch and caught the theft from another angle. Textbook extortion, Sarah said, grinning. She's done. The HOA meeting was a week later, November 5th, 2024, in the Cresthaven clubhouse. I played defeated all week, let my grass grow shaggy, nodded grimly at Monica. Sarah coached me. Stay calm. Let the evidence scream. We prepared a 54-second clip merging my footage, Ellen's video, and Monica's audio. A paralegal would transcribe the meeting. My job was simple. Ask to speak, play the clip, let Monica's ego do the rest. The meeting droned on budgets, holiday lights until open forum. I stood, shoulders slumped, and asked to discuss my fines and a settlement. Monica, in a sharp red blazer, smirked, granting permission. I plugged in the thumb drive. Her voice filled the room. Sign over the title, and I'll make the fines disappear. Gasps. The screen flickered me garage cam, Ellen's footage, the truck's plate. Monica froze, then screamed. It's fake. Slander. But the room turned. Residents shouted about their own Finisa mailbox, a birdbath. The vice president called for an emergency session. Sarah walked in with 2 cops and a detective, warrant in hand. Monica Pierce, we're seizing your records, the detective said. Monica deflated, Liam sobbing as they were escorted out. Next morning, we hit the tow lot, a grimy outpost run by Carl Holt of Summit Recovery. He blustered until Sarah showed the warrant. His logs listed my bike, ordered by Pierce Solutions, Monica's shell company. A dusty camera's footage matched mine, sealing the chain. Carl cracked, admitting Monica paid cash for off-the-books tows. He'd been her muscle. Monica was arrested for extortion, conspiracy, and theft. The neighborhood erupted. Stories of her tyranny poured out. Ellen and I led a petition drive, getting 70% of homeowners to demand a recall. At the packed meeting, Monica was ousted, the board censured, and fines erased. A new board rewrote the rules, simple and fair. The charity was exposed as Liam's front. Monica's house hit the market, her lawn unkempt. I got my bike back, spent a day polishing it until it shone. On a bright Saturday, I fired it up, the V-twins rumble a quiet triumph. I rode past Ellen waving, past kids playing freely, past Monica's for sale sign. This wasn't about a bike. It was about a line she crossed, thinking I'd bend. My dad taught me to fix what's broken, and we fixed Cresthaven. Monica learned some lines can't be crossed. What do you think? Was James too harsh in exposing Monica publicly, or did she deserve it? Should he have settled quietly to keep the peace, or was the fight worth it? How far would you go to protect what's yours? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more stories.